That's right. Do you think that, well, we already touched on this a little bit about being a guitar player or being a rock and roll musician gives you a certain license, at least up to a point. I mean, we've all signed checks for hotel rooms that were modified or cars that were modified.
I never did that.
No?
No. My dad was a builder. I always just seemed very unseemly to me.
Really?
Yeah, just abject vandalism like that. I did that once when I was 9 years old, and I was very embarrassed about it, and never did it again, and it always appalled me.
Well, how about in other ways? Did you ever feel like being a musician gave you a certain license to behave or act or say things that, also, besides having a forum?
See, I had the greatest example in the world as to how that didn't work. I was in a group with David Crosby.
Poor David.
Poor David. Well, I mean, this is the stuff he says, you know. But no, I of course I did, and no, it didn't work, and I found out, you know, fairly quickly. I would forget from time to time, you know. See, the thing that people don't realize about me is that I'm a fairly, you know, I can be fairly obnoxious, you know, and have a fairly acid tongue. I always was like that, you know, and this did not create that at all. And if you think I'm bad, you should meet my sister.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we already talked about why you played the guitar instead of the drums. What do you think's going to happen? I mean, you look at the state of the art now. Steve and I were talking about speed metal players and the whole kind of concept of the guitar player playing at the guitar as opposed to, you know, actually getting enjoyment from it. What do you think this whole guitar thing is going? I mean, we had folk guitars, we had the country guys, we had guys like you and me playing, now we have the speed metal guys. Now, what's happening?
What's happened is everybody's forgotten how to write songs. And the next bunch that shows up, and I've only seen a couple of hints at people actually getting wrapped around a song, and every one of them just breaks right through, you know. And so, you know, but they're just very rare. Nobody is doing that anymore, and as soon as somebody remembers how to do that, then us guys will finally be dinosaurs. Like everybody wonders why you know, all these guys are going, oh, well, maybe we should get out of the way and stuff. Well, wrong. You know, we'll know when it's time because somebody better will come along. But as it happens, people keep, you know, buying our stuff, you know, and keep coming to our shows, and you know, except for the odd glamour groups like, you know, New Kids and stuff. That's there's, you know, they by and large they'll go to the Rolling Stones shows. Man, those guys are like 50. You know, please.
Still doing it. So you think songwriting and playing the guitar really are like almost inseparable? Yeah. Did you ever see just playing the guitar?
Oh yeah, but you know, I know 3 of those guys in my life that can get away with just playing the guitar, and me and you ain't either of them.
Who do you think? Who comes to mind?
Eric.
Okay, and
Jimmy, he ain't here anymore.
All right.
And now I ran out of guys.
Well, that's interesting because I like to play I'm not a great I'm not a songwriter. I just don't write songs. I mean, I've written a song or two, but nothing in the caliber, or I've even thought much about it. So for me, playing the guitar is more of a way of, I guess, expressing melodic ideas and stuff. I can't write lyrics. I'm just not good at that. I just wonder, you know, what's going to happen to playing the guitar. For instance, I would do this GIT thing. You ever been down there at the Guitar Institute of Technology? They have it's a big school for guitar players. And everybody's a great guitar player, but try to get them to play a rhythm part.
Right.
Just
ran out of tape.
okay.
Okay.
I think we're
two best, the two guys I can think of that are around that have always been able that in order, your technique is not it. You have to think of what you're going to play, and it's composition, just like symphonic composition, just like they teach in school. These guys don't learn it in competition. You know, it's like you have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it's like you can extemporize, and you know where you start. I know where I'm going to finish usually. But I kind of let it all happen. But still, there's a thread of continuity there, and you can't learn how to do that until you put a bunch of chords together underneath the melody. Whether you're singing that melody or somebody else, that's rock solid bass to it. You have to have that foundation.
Well, one more question now, because if you, I mean, now we're talking about chords like that. I mean, like I said, what I do best.
Yeah, but you sing, but you play to good songs.
Yes, but you've written some songs pretty serious. You wrote with Stage Crew. You know, after 2 weeks of that, I was taking Thorazine just to be able to get up in the morning, thanks to Owsley and all the stuff that was in the food. You wrote a song about Kent State.
I didn't write Woodstock. Johnny Mitchell wrote Woodstock.
No, that's true. But you guys...
I immediately saw what it was and did yes, and she wasn't even there. How did she know?
Right, how do it know, right. But you did write a song about Kent State, and you picked some pretty heavy duty... But you, and it's not, I'm not trying to say who wrote what in the sense is you took on the responsibility of performing those songs. Mm-hmm. Now, we're dealing with heavy politics now. Now we're in 1990. What kind of songs are you writing now?
Same thing.
And playing, or what kind of songs do you want to be identified with?
I've got a song right now that I'm working on about the homeless, about people that go down and, you know, spend the night and then go back home and say, oh, those poor people, they're still down there, right?
So it's about hypocrisy.
Yeah, it's about poverty. It's about the disenfranchised. It's about who's paying for the Reagan Revolution. But that's a different part of my psyche at work. But it's the same common denominator. There's a common denominator in how I go through it. It's like I have the same kind of, you know, use of my skills applied as I do playing the guitar, applied to using words. And that's Mrs. Wood's English class. You know? I mean, she beat that into me, and she was right. And I've always loved words. You know, I've always loved playing with words, and I don't interfere with creative process. You know, I don't say, oh, well, this is, you know, how you don't have any, you know, how can you be talking about that? You know, I just let it.
So there's really nothing you wouldn't sing about? If the song,
No,
if you dug the tune.
Get it out first, and then you can have second thoughts later. But get down on a piece of paper first. Of course, these days I'm getting picky because basically I'll write it down. I won't get in the way. I'll let it go ahead and blurt it out and fall on the piece of paper. Read it the next day and go, blah, that's just terrible, or that's so pedestrian, and sit and fight with it for a few months or something. You know, just because I've done it so much, I want to keep it interesting. Don't want to beat it to death at the same time.
So you're not self-defeating. In other words, you're honest with yourself. You can look in the mirror, and if something comes out, you'll at least acknowledge it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what Henry Wordsworth defined art as passion expressed through acquired skills. But the passion is that first expression, passion expressed.
Right.
And then you use the acquired skills.
Yeah, I think the best solos are the ones that are first take too.
Mm-hmm. I can't. What I do is I'll set up a B tape and I'll play it like 4 times, and it's like, and then I'll go in and make a composite, you know, maybe just, you know, but usually it's based around that first one, unless I really gnarl it up and like the strings are falling off my fingers, right. And I'm so rusty because I haven't played.
Well, let's play.
Okay.
What do you want? Choose your weapon.
Tape and let me
Thank you. old song there.
Very Scottish. It's got a wee bit of
Oh yeah, it's Scottish. It's I don't know. It's that kind of music. I call that mountain modal, and it's the Scottish reels and Elizabethan madrigals meeting the African rhythms.
It's true.
In Appalachia. And actually, when they finally met in the Yazoo River Delta, the Yazoo Delta up in southern Tennessee, southeastern Tennessee, that's when the blues was invented.
They invented the banjo.
That's right.
Oh, the richness.
Yeah, guitar players just go crazy whenever they're even close to this guitar.
Oh, it's great.
I was never into those kind of chords. I can't make those. They're much better.
Designer chords.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, right. Well, the closest thing we had was. Intermission riff. That's what Felder played when it was time for us to leave. Okay, let's see. Let's think of something actually to play.